Gentlemen, start your engines. Welcome to the 3.5. I'm Seth Sharp alongside of my brother Sutton Sharp. Today we're going to be reviewing the 1987 Coca Cola 600 from Charlotte Motor Speedway in 3.5 minutes.
Some news dropped during the week as Haas Ellington announced that Brett Bodine would replace Ron Bouchard in his car. NASCAR also announced that they would begin to use a smaller carburetor on superspeedways following Bobby Allison's crash.
Lately, Charlotte Motor Speedway looked like Dale Earnhardt's playground. In 1986, he won both Cup Series races there and a Busch Series event, and he was coming off a win in the Winston. He cemented himself as the driver to beat, but it was Earnhardt's biggest championship threat, Bill Elliott, on the pole, which came in a unique 4-lap qualifying session. Bobby Allison bounced back from his crash at Talladega to qualify second, while Earnhardt was third. After a few impressive runs subbing for Terry Labonte, Bodine qualified ninth.
Bill Elliott's win in the Daytona 500 made him eligible for a chance to win the Winston Million, which awarded $1 million to any driver who could win 3 of the 4 following races: the Daytona 500, the Winston 500, the Coca Cola 600, and the Southern 500. Davey Allison was also eligible, but would need to win both at Charlotte and Darlington to do so. Once the green flag waved, Elliott took off, but it quickly proved to be a day the championship leaders would like to forget. Earnhardt cut a tire on the first lap and eventually would need to come back to the pits with engine issues, ending his chances at victory. Elliott would soon have engine issues of his own, and his day ended shortly after the halfway mark after leading 186 laps.
Morgan Shepherd, who was nursing some burns and the stomach flu, got out of the number 26 Quaker State car and gave way to Sterling Marlin, whose day ended early after mechanical issues. Morgan soon wanted to hop back in his car after resting. During a pit stop, Morgan hopped over the wall to get back in the car, but Sterling grabbed the window net and continued to wave him off, taking off before Morgan could get back in.
Brett Bodine's car soon lost an engine. During an interview with Mike Joy, Bodine said that he was in Richard Petty's pit on standby to relief drive. NASCAR later deemed Bodine ineligible because he was a rookie with no previous laps in the car. Bobby Allison was then brought into Petty's pit just in case Petty did need to exit the car. Allison noted that he had hopped in Petty's number 43 once before in a race at Martinsville.
With so many of the usual suspects experiencing issues, the battle for the win looked like it was coming down to Kyle Petty, last week's winner Davey Allison, and Rusty Wallace. Friday night, Petty was actually in Hampton, Virginia, opening for country music singer Janie Fricke. Petty and Allison traded the lead back and forth, but Allison's luck soured with less than 50 laps remaining, as his car lost an engine, and his chances to win an additional $1 million.
Rusty Wallace took command until Kyle Petty passed him with 17 laps to go when Rusty's car started to experience issues of his own. Petty led the final 17 laps en route to his second career victory. Petty was the only car to finish on the lead lap, the first driver to do so in the 600 since his dad lapped the field in 1975. It was also the Wood brothers' first victory at the track in 5 years.
Tune in next week as we recap the 1987 Budweiser 500 from Dover Downs International Speedway.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and subscribe on YouTube. Thanks for watching.